All right, today we're going to look at Magic the Gathering: The Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which includes a Jurassic World card. All right, so that is pretty hype. I got this for like 43 bucks at Best Buy. They're completely sold out now. I think they went down to $35 at clearance probably a week ago. So yeah, we're gonna open this and we're gonna talk about some things that are on my mind, especially with this set. So, I love Jurassic Park. It was one of my first movies that I watched as kind of like coming of age. I was like 7, maybe 6 when it first came out, and so that's dating me quite a bit. But it's important, and there I go hitting the camera. There's the sweet die. Look at that thing. It's a nice die. So it dates me kind of a little bit, and that's fine. I'm okay being dated. All right, but what are we gonna do? We're gonna look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're gonna look at the card from Jurassic Park. So yeah, it's very interesting with this set because what we're gonna talk about is kind of this double standard of what Wizards decided to do. So, I love not only Jurassic Park, but Lord of the Rings. And so, what happened with Lord of the Rings? Well, Lord of the Rings had this situation happen where there was, I believe the young kids call it race swapping. And so, in race swapping, you're switching out people who, oh my gosh, I can't, oh, those are all comments, cool. You're switching out people of one color for another. Now, I find that kind of interesting as a self-proclaimed conservative, that, is there a rare in here? There we go. Oh my gosh, that was like taking forever. Okay, so that's my rare. And here's the foil. So here's the foil, here's the rare. Yeah, I'll try to do this. And then here's the art piece. So cool. Whatley's involved. Maybe not. I don't know if that's actually her. And so when we're looking at these different IPs, it's just very interesting to me that one had race swapping, but not the other one. In fact, I don't know of any other one that got race swapped, but it was specifically, pretty main characters looking like completely different people. And why do I say that? Well, I say that because Wizards for a while now have been talking about, I should say, not appropriating. Oh yeah, look at that. You know what people don't do? Double-sided. That's beautiful. I love seeing this. Oh, that's great. I don't even care what the rare is. Yeah, it's just a rare. But man, double-sided, it's great. I love seeing dinosaurs. I remember this scene when I was 6. It was it's just great. And then a golem. So let's see. Equipped creature has vigilance. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on equipped creature. All right, so that's no joke. At least not in Commander. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna continue talking about what's going on. All right. So yeah, so like appropriation, and that's one of the reasons why cards like Crusade and Jihad were removed, was because there was this weird thing called appropriation that they wanted to all of a sudden be on the in crowd with, even though that like most of what they do is an appropriation. And especially being Catholic, most of the stuff they do when it comes to clerics is just copy paste from Catholicism, except they want to make sure that the clerics are women, because that makes a whole lot of sense. But the let's see, there's a giant bat. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks beautiful. Holy crap, that's going right here. That is gorgeous. That's crazy though, because it's a great game and it's run by like an incredibly liberal company. Ooh, I don't even want to. It's something at the back. It's something at the back. Don't even know what it is. Can't stop moving with this. And all right, so a lot of black cards in this. All right. That's a red thing, so I don't know what that is. All right, we're going to get to that in a second. Let me finish my story, dang it. And so, like, you know, then they bring up, like, no one banned Cather's crusade. Now, there really was a crusade against the Cathars in, I think, the 1300s. And yet they, for some reason, want to pretend like that's not appropriating exactly what happened. It's a great card whenever creature comes into the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature. Kind of an awesome effect, but you're naming it after something that really happened. And then saying, oh, no, it's not appropriation. So that's kind of weird. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Elephant dude from Strixhaven. That's nice. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. All right, so that's kind of a callback to Red White's thing. +1, discover 4, nice. All right, that's pretty nice. I like that. And holy crap, I don't even know what this is, but it looks awesome. And no, like it, you know, this is a card game, so if you're thinking that this is somehow like idol worship or something because it says God here, no, there are certain. Don't be that way. Like that's not what's going on. But man, like look at that. That is a nice frickin' pull. 2 mythics, 1 pack, 1 in the super duper whatever the heck this is. But and it has reds. It's just great. Jurassic Park card. This talking about conservative values and stuff in Magic. It's great. And so it's kind of weird that, you know, the appropriation doesn't happen because when it comes back to the Lord of the Rings, the reason why the race swapping is such a big deal is because the story itself is supposed to be about Britons. It's supposed to be about British people. That's what Tolkien, as a devout Catholic, wanted it to be about. Now, that's not to say that Catholics are just white. That's not true, and we have the statistics to back that up. Africa is one of the largest growing parts of the church right now, next to China. And, ooh, this one's signed. So that looks pretty funky. That is a beautiful island. That's a nice island. So it's not so much about the fact that, like, you know, it's white, okay? The religion aspect there is not what you think it is. It's not like a racist white thing with religion. That's not, racism is a sin in Catholicism, okay? But when it comes to the culture, right? Like the culture specifically that he was writing about was for the people of the Isles of Britain, which were white. And so it was about developing a myth that they never had just for themselves. Because if you look at King Arthur, which a lot of people will cite, it was actually a cross-reference with France. So it wasn't just for British people. Oh, this is a nice dinosaur. Like cheap dinosaur. Put a stun counter on it. All right. Nice. Okay. So, and is that the second daring disc? Oh my gosh. And a map. I like the map. The map is going to go over here. So here we're halfway through. We're still talking. And so that's great. So if you're staying with me, awesome. You know, I'm not trying to do anything but give a voice to conservatives that also play this game. Because, frankly, it's needed. We don't really have much, and the people who... Oh, another sign. That's 2 in a row. That's 2 signed. I don't know what this is. It's Lava Tongue Dude. 2 in a row, though. But, you know, it's kind of important to understand that there's more than just the liberal bent to Magic. In fact, it used to be a lot of conservatives played. And those are the pariahs. Okay? Like, you'd go to Boy Scouts, you'd play at Boy Scouts. Now they're called the Scouts. They've been compromised, and that's kind of a big deal, too, because now there's not a space for men, you know, specifically boys to grow up en masse and being, you know, with men to grow, or with boys to grow up with other boys. And so it ends up creating a problem that we're currently seeing in a variety of ways. Let me see. Oh, this card. Oh, Thrashing. Oh, wow. From the original Ixalan. That's nice. And we're going to put that right there, even though it's not technically the same thing. And, okay, so I'd like a list card, please, or a whatever. Still double mythic, awesome. Don't know how much this is right now, but I'll try to throw it up on the screen when it's on there. Again, so going back to Lord of the Rings, the idea that the white people of the British Isles have a story is very similar to the whole story of the Scandinavians having, I think it's Scandinavians, having The Little Mermaid, which was was also for white people. Now, it would be awesome if, oh, this is a third one in a row. What is up with these? My gosh, like, that's awesome. Oh, they put this foil land in front? Okay. So it'd be nice if they went to Africa and actually took African stories and made them into something instead of trying to race swap, because not only is that undermining the story you're doing and clearly doing a superficial act, you are also insulting the population you're switching, because you're saying your stories aren't good enough to be in the mainstream. And I don't think that's true, especially if you start looking up the different... Oh, is that rare? No, it's not. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, it's another Soul Cleaver. What am I doing? What am I doing? And so, like, this idea that we... oh, my gosh. All right, so this token, it's going to go right there. All right. So this idea that we have not enough... Let's see. There's not enough, like, non-white stories. Like, the reason why white stories are still used... And this is why the appropriation happens. Oh my gosh, another signed one. Is this just a thing they're doing? Has this been for all of them? No. Holy crap. This is just... I don't understand this. So the reason why they do it with the white stories, quote unquote, is to convert the whites into a mentality that their history doesn't really matter. And that their history can be conformed to anything because they're essentially vanilla. And everyone else can appropriate their culture. So it's kind of like a little bit of brainwashing. It's a little bit of social engineering. It's a lot of those things, with then focusing on minorities to an extreme degree. And I think that's highly inappropriate for a variety of reasons, mostly because I do think there are legit... Oh, we got double... We got double Elephant Man. Oh, double Elephant Man. How I've missed you. Let's... Oh, what is this? It's a list card. Oh, nice. All right, so... Double Elephant Man. Don't know how I feel about that. Last card before we get into the Jurassic Park card. So I don't know if I made my money back or not, but either way, this has been fun. I've liked talking about this. But essentially, we're at a point where, oh my gosh, another one. This is ridiculous. Artwork-wise, because artwork is just as, it's very important. The artists need, recognition, and this is really, I actually do like what they're doing here. Because art forms should be respected and pushed up in a good way as long as they promote the good and point to the beautiful, which is an objective thing, not a subjective thing. But needless to say, this is awesome. I actually like the fact that I've got all these signed ones and this beautiful forest. Wow. Like I am, this is great. Oh, can't do that. I'm doing that too much. And so we have this understanding of like, well, the majority of people that buy things are white in this country, not because the other minorities are poor. That's not what is being said. It's just a majority of people are white, and so they buy them. Now, does that mean that somehow by stating obvious statistics I'm being racist? No, I'm not. What's racist is race swapping. I think stories of minorities should be put out there as is, because I think putting out something from that angle is a good thing. I think it helps with the melting pot that we currently live in, and promotes diversity in the true sense, and not in this superficial sense where it's a zero-sum game. Like, at the end of the day, you're supposed to respect all people, and you're supposed to love them. And this idea that you're using one group's story to put up another, I mean, it should be heinous. It should be wrong. And it is wrong. The problem is that many of us don't see it that way. And so at the end of the day, like, we need to, not do that. Oh, wait. What do we got? Oh, another mythic. The ancient one. Don't know what that is. Don't know. Wait, is there something else behind it? Is that a rare? Poetic ingenuity. All right, let's see. Whenever one or more dinosaurs Oh, someone's going to point out the obvious. Well. All right. So point that out. So, yeah, greedy freebooter. Don't know exactly how that is. But gnome. All right, cool. So let's go through the cards really quickly and see what we open. We got what looks to be 4 mythics. So it's not okay to just appropriate other people's things. It's also not okay to promote perversion. But, here we are just trying to enjoy a game that many of us grew up with. And I guess is this worth money? I don't know. Just trying to enjoy the game. Again, I'm trying to just point out the conservative side and make a few points that it shouldn't be too hard to understand why, but some people kind of make it out to be. But I guess that's just how people want to be, I guess. Oh my gosh, just look at all these. So again, art is great as long as it's pointing towards the true and the beautiful. See, that guy, it's pretty ugly, but the art's good. And then someone down in the comment section is probably like, hey, it's ugly. And it's like, okay, well, we'll talk about that in the next one. That being said, let's get to... Okay, well, you can kind of see it. I hope that didn't ruin it for you. Blue Loyal Raptor. Oh, that looks so good. Okay. I'm glad I got blue. Yeah, partner with... Oh, man. It means I gotta get... Oh, dang it. Okay. Is there anything in here? Okay. Let's see. Does anybody else call them fat packs? I still call them fat packs. So, let's see. Destroy or discover 10. That's nice. And then a bunch of foils. So, yeah, I guess just at the end of the day, you want to promote the beautiful, but you also want to respect the people. And then not add perversion. And at the end of the day, conservatives, that's kind of what we want to do. We don't want to make this whole thing be a situation where it's people against people, because that's wrong. It's about respecting people's culture and then promoting the culture as the culture, not copy paste race swap. That's really wrong, and it itself is racist. So that's for today. I do plan on doing a booster box of Bloomborough because I ended up doing the March of the Machines Aftermath. I ended up making out more money than I opened based off the Amazon Prime price. And I've already gotten rid of some of those cards. So it's just a matter of getting to that point. I may do a few little talks like this that are more focused on conservatives. But I also have to not blow everything in the next video, like I kind of did here today. At the end of the day, conservatives play too. And this idea that we have to all have this weird obsession with a consensus about things that you don't have to have a consensus about to play a card game is kind of the most ridiculous thing out there. And yet it's somehow dominated this little corner of the world that is the collectible card game niche. So I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a great day.